morning, everybody. Okay, I've been wanting to make this video. As you just saw, I just let my guineas out, okay? And they went to where I wanted them to go. Now, I had to take care of a hay net that the horses didn't finish off last night, so there was a bit of a delay. But normally, what I do is I scatter the seed around where I want them to kind of like, they scratch, okay? They don't scratch as much as chickens do, but they do scratch. And so I'm using them to help break up the horse manure. When I first saw them scratch, it's like, oh, okay, I can use them for that very purpose, to break up the horse manure, so it'll break down faster. So that's what I do. I throw the seed, and I need to show you what I feed them. Hold on a second. So this is my secret. The yellow cup, possibly, but it's what's in this yellow cup. Birds! Birds! They absolutely love it. They come when I call. You can do this with just about any livestock, okay? I can do it with honey. Deeza, no. She will not come when she's called. She'll follow honey after honey comes. So, but I didn't train Deeza. Deeza came to me as an old lady. So, she is what she is. She's getting a little bit better, but she's still not quite there. But with any livestock, including guineas, okay, which people, I've always heard, okay, you can't really do anything with them. They just wander around, they get picked off. Well, no, you can control. Now, I have had some loss. I've lost a total of 7 guineas. Mostly because of neighborhood dogs. And because I was letting them, because I believed what everybody said. You can't control, they need to wander off, yeah, to a certain extent. But I've managed to keep these last 9 fairly close to home. And a lot of it is because certain times during the day, I call them and they come. What do I use? What do I use to control the guineas? What do I use to be able to get them to go where I want them to go at night, where they are safe, where I can lock them up? It's easy and it's cheap. I don't know how well you can see. Hopefully you can see. This is your cheap wild bird seed. And I get the cheap ones because it's mostly millet. Okay, this has a little bit more of the other stuff in it. But you know what, so what? The millet is the important thing. They love it. Guineas love the millet. See, they're milling around me. Okay? I read about this on the website for the hatchery where I got my guineas. You got to read the information that they post, people. These people that raise them or anything, they know what works, okay? Like I've always said, you've got to understand the nature of the beast. This is like candy to them. So this is what they get. I give them a little bit, like a handful in the morning, just to get them to go where I want them to go, okay? When I call them midday, or at any time during the day, they come to me and I throw out a tablespoon, no more than a tablespoon of this stuff. And I just scatter it around, okay? And that is what encourages them to come when I call. It's real easy. It's simple. It's not rocket science. It's just understanding the nature of the beast and what works. This works. Okay? Don't look at the cup. We use the same cup every time so the guineas know. Even my husband can do, and he's actually, I think he enjoys it. That having to have stitches in my foot, that was a blessing in disguise, because when that happened, he had to do it. He had to help me with the guineas. It got him up, it got him out, and I really do believe he enjoys it because they follow him around. They see him coming out, and they mill around him. Now they're picking around. They're still foraging because they don't get much of this, okay? But they're foraging around here, and they're not going too far away. If it gets too great a span of time where I haven't seen or heard them, I'll call them, and they come running. So long as I keep them up this way and not down towards the paved road, then, they're good. So if you have guineas and you're getting frustrated with having to get them where you want them to be, mill it, okay? Just a little bit. And that's what they get at night too. Now when I start, come winter, when I have the coop done, hopefully I actually get it done, and they'll be cooped up more because there won't be anything for them to forage for. Then I will switch them over to a commercial feed that is higher in protein, not a layer, probably like a chick starter, or if I can get the game bird feed or even the meat bird feed, that's what I'll give them. But it pretty much depends on what I can get. From what I understand, they need a little bit more protein than what you get in just the layer feed. So, layer feed is better than nothing, but ideally, I want to get something that's got a little bit more protein to it. So, right, guys? Girls? Right? Yeah? You happy about that? Huh? What can I say? All right. So hopefully this was helpful to somebody out there. If you've been having problems controlling your guineas, getting them to go where you want them to go, getting them put up at night where you want them to go, bribery will get you everywhere. Have a good one, people. Talk to you later.